Hello everyone. Today I am here to talk about endometriosis. Have you ever heard about endometriosis or are you familiar with the term endometriosis? If not, let me tell you today what is endometriosis. It may help your mom, your sister, your friend, your wife, anyone, any women around you. So, hear it properly, get some information and help the women in pain. Endometriosis is a painful disorder where the tissues which usually lines within the uterus, it grows outside the uterus and comes out to your ovaries, your fallopian tubes and your pelvic region. In very rare cases, the tissue grows outside the pelvic region. That is a very rare case of endometriosis. Endometriosis mostly happen in the age of 30 to 40, in the age group of 30 to 40 years, because that is your reproductive age. During our menstrual cycle, the tissue thickens and it breaks down, and as there is no way for exit, we used to suffer from pain because there is no way where the blood can flow. Let's talk about its symptoms. First and foremost, you will have painful periods, infertility, pain in bowel and urination, bloating, diarrhea, and lot many, because endometriosis differs from women to women. Some women even have painful intercourse. Now let's talk about my story of endometriosis. Back in 2012, I had a very severe incident. So in order to save my life, the doctor did exploratory laparotomy, in which your whole stomach is cut to examine the internal organs, to check if there is some damage or is there any issues with your internal organs. So for that, I have a big scar on my stomach. It's really a big scar. From the month of Feb, I was seeing a little bit of dark discoloration around my umbilicus, around my belly button, and I was thinking this is because of the scar. As you know, if you have scars, you will know that scar used to change color. So I was thinking because of the scar tissue, it's changing colors, or maybe something it's related to scars. Then slowly what I feel, there is some kind of swelling and it's increasing day by day. Then I thought, no, I need to consult a doctor now. So I went to hospital near my home. So there he told me to do ultrasonography or my pelvic region. So there it was found that some inflammation is there, it's infective, and they suggest me for a surgery. They told me they need to remove my umbilical cord because it's of no use now. It need to be removed, it infected. He prescribed me Symoral 40, which is an anti-inflammatory drugs, and when I was having the drugs, the area was fully dried. So I was also thinking I might have some kind of infection. But before going for the surgery, I thought, no, I need to take a second opinion. But I also booked the date for my surgery. I booked the date for my surgery. Then again I thought, no, I need to take a second opinion. So I went to another hospital. They told me to do a FNAC, that is fine needle aspiration cytology, and biopsy. FNAC and biopsy together are called FNAB. This is fine needle aspiration on biopsy. And if you're only doing FNAC, it's fine needle aspiration cytology. So there, they got that it is an endometriosis in my abdominal wall. As I told before, the tissue has spread from the pelvic region to my abdomen. It has come to the abdomen, and because of that I got swelling in my navel, and whenever I am having my periods during that time, I used to bleed from my navel. There is a black dark pigmented swelling around my navel, and I used to bleed from there. It was really very severe kind of condition, and because as I told you I have previous scars, I have kind of stretching kind of thing. I can feel a little bit of pain. It's kind of tickling sometimes, it kind painful, it's stretching, lot many thing was there. So then they find the lesion, which was I have all the details here. I did on 4th of May 2019 the first ultrasonography. Then the second I did on June 6, 2019. They even did a CT scan of my abdomen and pelvis, and they found a enhancing mass lesion in umbilical region in midline, measuring 2.6 into 2.8 into 3.7 centimeter long. This was in my epigastric region also. This was confirmed that it is endometriosis in my abdominal wall. Then I was referred to the gynecologist as usual, because this is a gynec issues. I was referred to the gynecologist. There she told that I don't need any surgeries as of now, because already I had surgery. Even yes, I would like to add here, back in 2014 I was having a gallbladder surgery, so lot many surgeries. So she told me no need to go for a surgery as of now. You can prescribe me the medicine called Endogest. Endogest is a hormonal medicine which stops your periods, and it's also used to treat your endometriosis. If you are not getting your periods, the blood flow will stop, the blood will not come to your umbilical cord, and this will dry. But I don't know, somewhere I don't need to stop my periods. I don't really wanted to stop my periods. I was thinking that because I have a very good cycle. I had all I'm getting a 27-28 day cycles. My bleeding is proper, I get on time, everything. So I was thinking, no, I will not go for this Endogest, because it will stop my periods completely. And I did some research and I found that this Endogest medicine, if you are taking Endogest medicine for 6 months or 2 months, after that it's really tough to get pregnant or to get your periods back. So I was really scared. I really didn't want to have that medicine. So then I thought, and I talked with few of my friends. They suggested me that you can go for homeopathy. Then after doing the CT scan, the FNAC and biopsy, I went to another clinic, and he told me that yes, I can cure. I was really full of hope, maybe, but because that medicine, that homeopathy is not affecting my periods. I will get my regular periods, and this will treat my endometriosis. So from almost June or from the month of July, I'm having that homeopathy medicine. And recently in 2020, that is Feb, I did ultrasonography, USG, lower abdomen and pelvis. There also they find irregular lesion in umbilical region, but previously this was 2.6, now it is 2.2, 2.8 it's 2.4, and 3.7 it's 2.4 centimeter. I was really very happy. Even my doctor was really happy seeing my progress. And now before now from 2-3 months, previously what happened, I used to bleed whole my month within 2-3 days of gap I used to bleed. But now after my periods only, I used to bleed for a single day. A day I used to bleed. After it's completely dry, there is no stretching, there is no pain. Only 2-3 days I used to have that pain. And yes, I want to add one thing here. During my periods, I used to have a very bad back pain. It's so bad, I can't explain you. A back pain in my bum, in my butt region. I used to have a very bad ache. I used to take the heating pad and everything, and if you massage I get relief, but it's really worst. I don't know how I'm surviving that pain, so it's really tough. And that's what all happened to me during this 1 year. So going through lots of pain and ups and downs and all those things. I have changed my diet during this time because, as you know, I am doing lots of research about this endometriosis, how it's happening, why it's happening, what food we need to have, what food we don't have to have. So I'm having lots of supplements for that. I'm having multivitamins, milk thistle, chamomile tea, and lots of other stuffs. And this milk, all the dairy products are not good for endometriosis. And because I am having that homeopathy medicine, that the doctor suggested me not to have this coffee, just stop it completely. I am not having. I am a coffee lover. I'm telling you, I'm a coffee lover, but I have completely stopped taking coffee. So I have lots of this milk thistle. Milk thistle milk thistle actually helps your liver to detoxify the toxins and helps in maintaining your estrogen level. Estrogen can increase your endometriosis. You can have probiotics which you get in yogurt, but yogurt, I don't prefer yogurt because you need to avoid this dairy products. You can find in other foodstuffs. You can have it directly as a form of supplements. Then chamomile tea, chamomile capsules also you get, means this is supplements also you get, or else you can go for chamomile tea. Milk thistle tea also you get, but I am taking supplements for milk thistle. And the most important supplement is omega-3. I am taking omega-3 daily, once after meal, after my dinner, once daily. Or you can have it in fish, and if you're not a fish lover, or you can have that supplement directly. It will help you a lot. If you're having endometriosis, reduce your intake of trans fat, which give you bad cholesterol. Avoid red meat, caffeine, processed food, sugar. Those things are not only for endometriosis but for your whole health. It is for your healthy body. Just avoid, if you can, just avoid this kind of thing. Have lots of fruits, have lots of vegetables. And with endometriosis, you even get thyroid. I had thyroid, it was 5.8. So you need to maintain your health a lot. And even for the girls who are having painful menstruation, for them also I suggest, don't drink, just avoid alcohol, avoid dairy kind of products, avoid processed food, and be on a healthy diet. Homeopathy helped me a lot, but definitely it will take a whole lot of time because it's been 1 year I'm having homeopathy medicine. But yes, it's showing results. I'm getting results from homeopathy. Maybe I'm ready to have that homeopathy medicine for whole my life. If it's curing my disease, it's fine. I will have this because they have a holistic approach. But yes, I'm telling you, it will definitely take time, but it works. It at least works for me. So please, I request mainly to the male community, to men, please understand what a woman go through when she is on her periods. Support her, be kindful to her, take care of. It's a matter of 1 or 2 days. Be with her, give her love, and if possible, give some massage. It's really relaxing, I must say. Thank you guys, thank you very much. Take care of your health. Stay at home, stay safe, and as I say, maintain social distancing. Bye.